Everett Johnson was a hitman child prodigy who killed JFK on November 22nd, 1963. This is where Tyler Robinson came in. They were lovers and they went shooting together. They don't want this information to come out. Do you want to be a sheep swallowing the mainstream narrative? Or maybe you want to be a brave thinker who connects the dots and sees the truth? Recently, Candace posted that the same people who killed JFK likely also killed Charlie Kirk. And I just thought, why is she connecting them? Freudian slip? Maybe she was involved, but JFK was assassinated in 1963 and Candace was born in 1989, so she couldn't possibly be involved unless her identity is fake. But how? Time travel? No. De-aging, transgender surgeries? I just had this gut feeling that she was involved. And then it just hit me. Her name, right? Candace. If you swap letters and then you add R for radical, S for secret, H for hidden, 2 E's for eternal and elite, and D for disguise, what do you get? You get Rashid. But who is Rashid? After long research, asking for leads on social media and looking through archives, I found him. Here's Ronald Everett Johnson, aka Rashid X. He was born in 1950 and he died in a suspicious prison fire in 2016. Same year, Candace Owens explodes online. Is that a coincidence? Guys, I'm just asking questions. Ronald Everett Johnson was a hitman child prodigy who killed JFK on November 22, 1963. Many eyewitnesses believe that the shots were fired from the small grassy hill in Dealey Plaza, Dallas, Texas. And there's an overwhelming amount of evidence that this is where Rashid was hiding. In my dream last night, I saw a young black radical on the grassy knoll whispering, "For the revolution and the agency." If you zoom into the Mary Mormon Polaroid photo, the badge man is clearly identifiable as Rashid X. After the Bay of Pigs invasion failed miserably, JFK blamed the CIA. He said that he wants to splinter the CIA in 1,000 pieces and scatter it to the winds. And of course, the CIA had to strike back and remove the threat. JFK's decision to de-escalate the war in Vietnam also had to do with it. The CIA loved the Cold War. They were arming puppets, running secret ops, and just profiting from endless conflict. Hello, military contractors. Killing JFK lets LBJ flip the script to full-blown war. In 1968, Ronald Everett Johnson was now Rashid X, member of the Black Panthers. Don't forget, now he's 18 years old, so this is the prime age for radicalization. He saw MLK as a sellout to white America, whose nonviolence held back the real uprising. So the assassination was probably personal, also my gut says CIA approved. They didn't like MLK's anti-war protests because remember, they are warmongers. So they armed Rashid, gave him an escape plan, framed James Earl Ray as Patsy, just like Oswald. The evidence is just overwhelming. Witnesses saw smoke rising and a man fleeing from the thick bushes behind the Lorraine Motel right after the shot was fired. City workers cleared the area suspiciously fast the next day, which screams cover up. That's typical of Rashid, guerrilla style hidden in the foliage, similar to what happened on the grassy knoll in 1963. Rashid hated conservatives for standing up to BLM and nurturing black radicalism. With CIA payoff money, he bought elite de-aging and transgender surgeries and emerged as young, well-spoken Candace Owens. He infiltrated conservatism to sow division, push insane conspiracies, and fracture the movement from within. It was a personal revenge with possible final CIA blessing. Now, Charlie suspected something when he hosted Candace at UVU in 2019. That's why he distanced himself from Rashid, aka Candace Owens. So he had to be silenced. This is where Tyler Robinson came in. They were lovers and they went shooting together. This is when Rashid X, or Candace Owens, obtained the rifle with Tyler's DNA on it. Candace convinced Tyler to confess, promising to get him out. This is why Candace, or Rashid X, has been doing a multi-series podcast frantically defending Tyler, blaming everyone from Egypt to the communist P-cult for Charlie Kirk's assassination. He's afraid that Tyler will speak if he sees that he's about to be convicted. Guys, if something happens to me, you know who did it. I'm risking everything to spread the truth. They don't want this information to come out. By the way, if you have any evidence regarding other mysteries that happened in the past, like who really killed Julius Caesar, or why the dinosaurs went extinct, please let me know in the comments.